shit. Somebody said I should start smoking. You know what? I half-ass agree. I agree like a motherfucker. It's more like I don't know. It was like my medication. It's like my medication through this 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 moment in time. You know what I'm saying? It's like medication and shit. I'm a whole different person when I don't smoke, and it's not all bad though. You know what I'm saying? I be more aggressive. I usually make more money because you just more aggressive. It the Mary Jane take off the aggression a little bit. That way you ain't just, you know what I'm saying, like popping off at every little thing. Cause I'm a outspoken person. I'll just say whatever the fuck I feel, anytime, anywhere, around anybody. I don't give a fuck. It ain't even that I think I'm bad or nothing. That's just my personality. I'm gonna say what I want to say. You know what I'm saying? That's always been me. I don't give a fuck who I'm talking to. If you don't like it, do like it, whatever. This is how I honestly feel. That's this type of person I am. So that's got me in trouble in different situations. You know what I'm saying? But when I smoke, I won't just say whatever right off top. I think about it. I think about it for a long time, whatever. I be thinking, super thinking about everything. That's what slow you down when you high, really. It ain't the fact that you high. It's the fact that now you thinking about everything super deep. Every just little shit. Oh, there go a stop sign. Damn, that motherfucker is a hexagon. Hmm. Damn, it's a red hexagon. That's a signal for something. Like you'll think about shit. You'll go down a deep dive on some silly shit. But it'll keep you from popping off too. Um, Charleston White is the talk of the. He stay the talk of the internet. I like how he do that. I fuck with that. I like how he stay the talk. He done figured out. He done mastered this shit. He know how to stay on everybody's channel, and that's how you win. Really, you stay on everybody's channel. If everybody on the internet talking about you, you winning. So I give him his props on that. He done figured out how to fucking do this shit to where he can always keep all the eyes on him. I like that. That's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like Jordan. He like Charles Dwight like Jordan is to basketball. He to YouTube or to the internet to what Jordan was to basketball type of shit. I give him his props. But then there's the flip side of the coin. There's that flip side of the coin. There's always a duality to everything, to everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like uh, dude gonna get himself in some shit he can't get himself out of at some point. Like everybody ain't. A lot of people just letting you make it because they realize you deep down inside. We peep that your intentions is there. You know you help the kids. You know. Oh, you say you help the kids. We don't know if you do that or not, but you say you help the kids. All this stuff. So a lot of people just feel like all that's a show. All the popping it and woo 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 woo. And since that's a show, we'll just watch the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think a lot of people feel like that. But you gotta realize, Charlie, that it's some of these young niggas and some of these people don't give a fuck. They done gave up on life. Some people here done gave up on life already. So they just waiting on the next victim to come across. And they reach. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying you moving kind of sloppy, bro. You're moving kind of sloppy. and you doing a lot of dumbass shit. The watermelon felon and all this type of shit. Selling the t-shirts. Doing all this coon ass shit. Somebody, even though it's a show, somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody ain't gonna like that shit, bro. And everybody ain't friendly. Everybody ain't friendly and safe. It ain't safe for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta realize that. But I don't agree with none of the coon ass shit, all the shit you doing though. But I kind of recognize that it's a show. You know what I'm saying? Putting on a show and shit. Figure the game out. I can never go the coon route with it, but I'm trying to figure out the way to kind of get into the talk. Cause that's how you win on this shit. You get into everybody's mouth and shit. You just gotta do some crazy shit. That ain't changed. That's been the same way this whole internet. You gotta do some crazy shit. Cause I remember them when YouTube first was a thing. Remember them young niggas was just running in Walmart and just crashing into shit. What's his name? Gabbana? What's his name? Young cat? Jay Gabbana? I forgot his name. He used to go in Walmart and just run into the fucking napkin stand. Boom, just crash to the shit, knock shit out on the floor. He knew what he was doing. He wasn't just dry doing that. He knew that formula way back then. That you just had to be in everybody's mouth, whether it was good, bad, sad, whatever the fuck. Long as they was talking about you and posting your name and all these different titles and all that, and different posts and different things, that was gonna bring you the eye of the world, looking at you. That's what give you the numbers. That's what give you the money, all that. So that's a formula. I'm trying to get the formula. Shit, I got 50,000 subscribers on the internet, and I'm not even monetized. So I'm trying to figure out this formula. I'm just not gonna do no coon shit or no shit. I'm not gonna disrespect nobody hood or pull up in Fifth Ward, acting tough and all this type of shit. I ain't gonna do that. I be in Fifth Ward. I go to Fifth Ward. I go to Third Ward. I'm from First Ward. A lot of people don't even know about First Ward. I'm from First Ward. That's my hood. You know what I'm saying? I be in First Ward too. I be in First Ward. But I'm not gonna go over there. Last time I was in First Ward, matter of fact, it was some niggas shooting in. I'm not finna go over there disrespecting nobody and all that. I'm not finna be talking crazy about niggas saying FJ Prince and all this stuff. And then, Charlie, you wrong for that because you just put Prince and them in it. Why you just throw them in it? How they get in it? You don't know whoever popped that shot. You don't know who they was with or whatever. You don't know. You just wanted to say something to Jay Prince anyways. And you kind of use this as like an excuse to kind of pop your shit at Jay. But that's wrong too, fool, because that's your elder. Whether you respect his gangster shit or not, or whatever he did in the streets, or whoever the person everybody think he is or think he ain't or whatever, whether you like that or not, just on an age thing, that's your elder, bro. So you come to a city where your elder is like the mayor of that motherfucker, basically, and you just pop it at him, I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna pop it at? Come on, bro. Hey, what's happening? Nicole, what's happening? Nah, man, I don't agree with that. Because whether you like Jay Prince or not, whether you fuck with Jay Prince or not even on the gangster shit, fuck all the gangster shit. Just the entrepreneur that he is, you know what I'm saying? Just what he brought to Texas. That dude is a mega entrepreneur. Fuck all the gangster shit. Fuck all that. Even though that's a thing too. That's another a hill he could stand on. Well, I'm not even talking about that. Just the companies, the stuff he done built. This nigga done made billions of dollars. Fuck is y'all talking about? Not even on. Okay, now let's not even think about that. Just the simple fact that's your elder, bro. Fuck all that. Fuck the money, the gangster shit, the this, the that, and the third. Fuck all that. I'm not finna be out here disrespecting no elder person, I don't give a fuck. Unless, I mean, if they disrespect me, then yeah. But we haven't seen Jay Prince disrespect this man or say, I ain't even heard Jay Prince even bring this nigga up. None. So, I don't know, bro. I feel like that's highly disrespectful. And I I don't want nothing to happen to Charlie. Or to nobody really. No black man, no white man, no nobody really. I don't want nothing to happen to nobody. But if you, it's like, you know how them people be going to the zoo? How you be seeing these videos still live, bro? My phone had ran hot. That bitch ran hot and went off. And then I turned that bitch cooled down and came back on. That bitch still on the line. That's gangster. I gotta figure out how to cool this bitch down. Keep this bitch cool. You can't be directly in the sun streaming. But that's the thing. The sunlight is the best light. So it's like, it's a what they call it? A catch-22. The sunlight is the best light, but the sunlight gonna heat your phone up too fast. So it's a catch-22. You gotta figure all the little stuff like that. You gotta figure out. Like I'll be watching them do these streams, these 24-hour streams and all that. I be I be peeping how they doing it. Like how the fuck are they doing this for real? How are they doing this all day like this? They gotta have some serious battery power. All the phones gotta be top of the line, or that maybe they ain't using phones. They probably got Starlink internet and probably just using real cameras and shit. I think that's what like the Casanots and the Speeds and the DDGs and all them. They and a lot of the smaller ones too. They done figured it out. Is to have a Starlink and then you can have a good camera and shit streaming. Your phone is pretty good though. If you got an iPhone or one of them upper end Androids. Nah, but back to this Houston shit. I'm half Houstonian. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Arlington and I'm from Houston. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll go to school in Arlington during the school year, and then in the summertime I would go to Houston in First Ward. You know what I'm saying? So I always looked at that's my hood, First Ward. I didn't stay in the hood in Arlington. Well, kind of, but I stayed in the hood in Houston. You know what I'm saying? So that's my hood, First Ward. I love Houston. Only thing I don't like about Houston is the traffic and how they made the freeways. I hate that. Like in Houston, if you miss your exit, you fucked. You fucked. You gonna have to drive 25 minutes. In Houston, if you miss an exit, you fucked. It ain't like out here in Dallas. If you miss an exit, you just take the next exit and turn around. It might slow you down a few minutes tops. Houston, you miss your exit, you fucked. You gonna end up way on the other side of town somewhere. You ain't gonna be, you know what I'm saying? You gonna be fucked trying to turn back around. Oh, it ain't easy like that. Just take the next exit and turn around. Nah, You miss your exit, you fucked. The streets don't go, ain't nothing in Houston a square. Like none of the blocks ain't squares. It's all, every street is some type of, at an angle. So you can't just, or it's a lot of one-way streets, there's a lot of weird shit. So you'll exit and think that you can just turn back around, but then you'll end up going all that one ways and all this different shit. And then you'll end up way on the other side somewhere, and then it's a whole lot of toll roads and shit. So you don't want to get on the toll road, you trying to dodge that motherfucker. Houston, I don't like the freeways. That's what I don't like about Houston, the freeway. I hate that shit. It get bad out here too, but not like Houston. And in Houston, like I say, if you miss your exit, you fucked. Straight up, you out of there. Especially if you was trying to make some type of deadline or something, and you miss your exit, oh, you might well call them and tell them you're gonna be late. Straight up, straight up. And in Houston, you gotta have a full tank of gas. You gotta always make sure you got a full tank of gas, because I done been in some parts of Houston driving and shit, and ain't no gas station nowhere. I've been driving for like 20 minutes, just driving. Like, okay, if I just drive straight down this motherfucking street, eventually it's gonna be a gas station on this motherfucker. No. Drove down that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, 20 minutes, nigga, still no motherfucking gas station. That's how big that motherfucker is. It's got like a lot of country shit. So you'll get back on one of them country type roads, and you ain't gonna see a gas station for miles. You gonna be about to run out of gas in that motherfucker. You gotta have your tank full. Before you hit Houston, or as soon as you see a gas station, whenever you go to Houston, soon as you see a gas station, fill your shit up. Fill your shit up, because you're in for the ride of your life. Straight up. Especially if you don't know your way around. I know my way around that bitch a little bit. Just a little, though. Because when I lived in Houston, I was a child. So I wasn't driving around. I was just in one hood. We never left our hood. But on time we left to go to the pool in White Oak. And that's just the hood over. We just go to White Oak to go to the pool, hood over. That's the only time we left the hood. So I didn't know the roads, the freeway. I didn't learn the free. All that time I became an adult. And I started driving down to Houston myself. And then I started learning the roads and all that. So now I know a lot down there. But still, I'm still not in tune with it like I am up here. Up here, I could damn near put on a blindfold and ride around town and shit. You know, straight up. I know the road's so good. I could damn near blindfold myself and ride around and not even crash into the... If it wasn't no cars on the freeway, just me, I could probably ride around this bitch with a blindfold and make the right exit and everything. Other than that, though, Houston, you gonna get you some good ass food, and it be a regular place. Got some good ass shit. You don't even be expecting it. You be like, damn, this place got some good ass shit. And when you try the shit, it be bomb. You be like, damn, this ain't look like nothing. We had like the bombest food in the whole section. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like about Houston, though. That's what I like about it. Is you can go there and get fat food. And you can get some seafood. I like seafood, shrimp, and all this type of shit. It be fresh, because it's coming right down from Galveston and all that. And them islands down there. So that's what I like about Houston, too, is then you right by the beach. You know what I'm saying? Like when I stayed, I had a house in Conroe. I could just drive to the beach whenever I wanted to go to the beach. You know what I'm saying? I love the beach. The beach is like, that's paradise to me. The sun, the wind, the seagulls, the ocean, the cool breeze coming off the ocean, the ambiance, the sound of the ocean. It's just so many, it just hits so many points. It's calming. If you stressed, if you stressing and it ain't too hot where the sand is all super hot and all that, go to the beach. And if you by a beach or you can get to a beach, go walk down the beach barefoot. And by the time you get done with the walk, you ain't even be stressing no more. It just has some type of power or something. I love the beach. Whenever I get my paper together, that's where I'm gonna end up at. Probably Padre or something. I wanna get like a condo in Padre. I love the beach so much. I only been to Padre one time though. Padre is super player. I love Padre though. I don't know if they still got it, but when I went, it was a corner store. Like right when you about to pull onto the beach, it was a corner store right there before you hit the beach. And you go in the corner store, and they had food. They were selling food. They were selling like seafood, like shrimp cocktails, red beans and rice. It was like seafood with a mix of Louisiana Cajun style. That's what it was. And it was the shit. I had got me some red beans and rice. I got me some red beans and rice and some shrimp. Oh man, I still, you see, I'm still talking about it now. This was like how many years ago was that? I went there in 2004-ish, something like that. 2004. That's like fucking 20-some years ago. I'm still talking about it and shit. So that's how bomb it was. I don't even know if that store is still there or what, you know, I don't know. I ain't been there since. But man, it was so good. They gave me a big ass, like it was like a big ass container of red beans and rice. Big ass, it wasn't even that, it didn't cost me that much, it was just a few bucks. I got a big ass, like a big ass tub of it and shit. And then the shrimp was just big jumbo shrimp. And they had grilled pineapple with it and shit. Oh man, that shit was good in the bitch. And when we went out on the beach, and I had a two-wheel drive truck then, and my truck got stuck out on the beach and shit. Got stuck in the sand. And we was trying to pull it out. And we couldn't get it out. We digging up under the wheel. We doing everything we trying to do to get it out. We could not get the truck. It's stuck on Padre. It's stuck out on the beach and shit. It was late night too. It was late. And so we stuck. We like, damn, I don't know how we gonna get this bitch out. Out of nowhere, this white dude pull up. He was in a fucking Suburban. He had a 4-wheel drive Suburban. And you know, he was like a mechanic type dude. So you know, he done hit hoe with beef, and you could hear that hoe coming up. Man, that nigga hooked the winch up to my shit, pulled the hoe out like it wasn't shit. He said, and I asked him, I said, let me shoot you some money or something for doing it. He was like, nah, man. He was like, this is what I do every night. He was like, y'all come from up north, come down here, everybody be stuck out here. He said, I drive up and down the beach and I pull everybody out. He said, this is what I do every night. You know what I'm saying? It was a white dude. He said, this is what I do every night. He had a 4-wheel drive Suburban. Pulled me up out that hoe. I had a Nissan Titan. It was a V8. It had a strong ass motor, but it was still just a 2-wheel drive. So it was stuck. Yeah, came pull me out and shit. Shout out to dude. I tried to give him some money and shit. He wouldn't even take it. The police had pulled up on us right before he pulled up on us. The police had pulled up on us and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I lost my weed. Cause when the police pulled up, I buried the weed off I had some weed and I buried it off in the sand. You know what I'm saying? And when they left, I couldn't find where I buried it. I'm talking, we were digging everywhere. We could not find where I buried it. We lost it. Because I didn't bury it. Because when the police pulled up, I was out by the water. So, and I had it on me. So I walked closer to where they was at and I buried it, you know what I'm saying, in the sand and shit. And they didn't even mess with us like that. They was really just checking on us and shit, saying we was good. And when they pulled off, we went and tried to find the weed and we couldn't find it. We was mad a bit. That was all the weed we had. It was like a zip or so. It was like a zip or some good too, some kush. Back then, kush was like a big thing. Back then, kush, like now you can get kush anywhere. Everybody growing it, people growing out their house and shit. Back then, to have some kush was made with like a big time thing and shit. I had a zip of kush. It was expensive. I think I paid like $500, $600, $700 for that zip, some shit like that. I was getting money then, but I buried it in the sand and lost it and was mad in the bitch. I was mad in the bitch. I was like, damn, I lost my goddamn weed and shit. And I tried to mark it. When I buried it, I tried to mark it to know where it was gonna be, but I didn't want to mark it too much because I felt like if the laws had seen me over there doing some shit, they'd come over here and see the marking and all that. So I kind of just, I forgot what I did, but I did something to kind of remember the spot, and I don't know what happened. I just know we couldn't find the shit. And I was mad in a bit. It fucked up my whole day. I was mad in a bit. I ain't even have fun after that. After that, I was beefing. I said I was mad, no. I had, you know what I'm saying? We was popping XOs, everything. We was on all kind of stuff. I had a fun time down there, though. That was probably the funnest time I ever had. Now that I'm thinking about it. Next to jumping out of the planes and shit in the Army. That was the funnest thing. The next funnest thing was that trip to Padre. Straight up. Well, no. I did a trip to a fucking arcade, too. That was fun as hell. That shit was super fun. In South Korea. We went to when I was in the military, we went to a arcade. It was like an amusement park, but it had a big ass tower with an arcade at the top of it. That shit was cool as shit. South Korea cool as shit. I could see living there. I could see. Only reason why I wouldn't, because they don't really like black people like that. But I like the way they run their shit. It's peaceful. It ain't murder every day, and out there, if a murder happened, it's like a real big thing across the whole country. Like if one murder happened in the whole shit, that's like a big time thing. I hear that happen every day, all day, every day. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times a day. You know what I'm saying? Every day. It's violent in the U.S. The U.S. is violent. That's what a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people that outside of this country don't understand how violent this country is. Everybody is gangsters. Even the government. The government is gangsters. The police is gangsters. The civilians is gangsters. Everybody just shoot them up, bang, bang. It's like fucking Wild Wild West out this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And Charlie White out there in Houston playing with these niggas, knowing it's the Wild Wild West. I don't know. You got to give him his props for even having the nuts to do that. That's balls. That's very ballsy. I'll give him that. That's very ballsy to do that. But it's a thin line between stupid and ballsy. It's a thin line. I'm talking about the line thin in the hole. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. It's almost like you begging. Do you want somebody to knock you off? It's like, I feel like you got this. What's wrong with your life? I feel like you seem like you're having a good life. Why you want to end that motherfucker? I don't want to. I mean, anything can happen to anybody, though, at any time. So, I guess you got to just say what the fuck you got to say then. But, I don't know, bro. I think putting that on Jay Prince then was kind of dry, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even know they got nothing to do with that. And I feel like that's disrespecting them, too, because that's disrespecting they gangster. Because I think if Jay Prince sent some shit, I gotta get a
relationship with Haverford College, and so I would say I went to Haverford, which is kind of I don't want to say anything bad about Haverford. It's some of my best friends went there, but I think Bryn Mawr is pure cool to Haverford. I do. It's pure education. I have to say I went to Haverford.
This phone getting hot. I gotta figure out a way to not have this bitch run hot.
So I kind of miss like being part of a cool bunch of women. I actually like women better than men. It just so happens that I fit in more as a man, you know. But I think women are really cool. You know, sisterhood is powerful, all that stuff. So Yeah. And what do you think is the biggest thing you've gained? Biggest thing I've gained, it's just so great when people call me sir. Even after 7 years, I don't always hear it, but it still rings a little bell inside my heart. Like, oh, sir. It's wonderful, and it's something that when I was a little kid, I used to wish for. Turn me into a boy. Pinocchio, and you never really think it's possible.
When I listen to the radio, this is what I'm listening to. 90.1. I don't listen to like rap radio. I don't listen to that. That's why I never be knowing I'll never hear these niggas songs and shit. Cause I don't listen to that. All the songs that I listen to, I just pull them up. I know the name of the songs, I pull it up. You know what I'm saying? But when I'm listening to the radio, this is what I'm listening to.
We talked about gender, and also the way.
Apparently they talking about the transgender thing right now. That's what they talking about.
Very traditional messages about masculinity. Overall, he said, we wouldn't want listeners to come away thinking that testosterone by itself explains so much about men's relationships with women and so much about desire.
I don't know. I don't subscribe to that whole you can be become a boy. I don't subscribe to that. But I don't want to see nobody harmed or nothing either though.
A slightly feminine host of a public radio.
But I don't subscribe to none of that shit. That you can identify whatever you want to identify as, all this type of shit. Nah, you are what you are. You got to work with it. You might just be a tough ass girl. You know what I'm saying? Or you might just be a feminine ass dude. But you still a dude. You still a girl. You got to work with whatever you got. That's what self-love is. How can you have self-love trying to be somebody else? You'll never love yourself like that. And that's why they be going through so much mental shit, because it's like you don't love yourself. You see what I'm saying? You gotta develop self-love. You gotta figure out a way to love yourself. Whatever it is that you got going on. Some people short want to be tall. Some people fat want to be slim. Some people dumb want to be smart. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really change who you are. You got to work with what you got. That's what self-love is. Self-love is basically just working with what you got. Because that's yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to love yourself. That statement is just pretty direct. Self-love. Love thyself. It's pretty direct. It's not one of them things you got to read into and all that. You just you got to love yourself. Whether you a girl, boy, whatever you are. You can't want to be another thing, because then you're not loving yourself. You loving another thing that's not you. And I mean, to me, that would damage my mindset if my whole life I didn't never love myself. So I think that's more damaging than anything. It's just not loving yourself. You gotta figure that out. How to do that. Somebody got shot out here yesterday at some game place over there, Arlington Highlands. Somebody got shot and killed over there. Arlington, the reason why it be so much shit going on in Arlington, because Arlington is like a melting pot. It's got a whole bunch of different cultures, different people, all in one city. You You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a mix, different hoods. People come from Dallas and move here. People come from Fort Worth and move here. So it'd be a bunch of different hoods all in one place. People from Waco move here. People from California move here. People, you know, it's just a melting pot. So it'd be a lot of different personalities, different things going on. It's a lot of gang shit out here. The GDs hold a lot of space out here. There's a lot of criminal activity out here because there's so many different hoods and different people come from different places. And it's a lot of money out here. You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of money out here because all this entertainment district and all that. Stadium. We got the baseball stadium and the fucking football stadium, and we just had the World Cup and all the other shit too, the Grand Prix, the World Cup, all this shit. We cracking. It shows in my bottom line too. I make more sales on marketplace and all that because of it. The economy is better out here. I get it, but all of that also lifts up the bullshit too. Everything goes up, not just the money. The bullshit goes up too. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. And that's what's going on out here. Cause this ain't no. I remember when this was a little small little country town and shit. I've been here that long. I remember when Arlington was just a little small little country. They didn't even really consider this a town. Really. They used to call us a suburb of Fort Worth. That's what they used to call us. We was a suburb. We wasn't even our own city for real. It was like a little country town, horses everywhere, little horse ranches and shit everywhere. Fucking, everybody down there knew each other. All the black people at least. All the black people down there knew each other. That's how small of a town this was. Now, it's like a real city for real. Like we got all the shit going on, stadium, all this shit. We cracking now. But I remember when this was a little country town and shit. Straight up, straight little country town. Everybody cruising Cooper. We used to cruise Cooper. That used to be a thing. Just riding up and down the street. That was like how we had fun and shit. That's how old I am. You know what I'm saying? That's how old I am. I remember that. The Parks Mall, I remember before they even made the Parks Mall. I remember it was a horse ranch right there. And the dude, he refused to sell. I know he made a lot of money when he finally sold that bitch. But he refused to sell. He just kept his shit right there. They was trying to buy him out for the longest so they could build a Parks Mall. But dude refused to sell for a long time. I know he cashed out when he did sell though. But I remember when this town was a little country town, bro. We always been Motor City though. We always been little race cars and shit. Big motors. Everybody if somebody from Arlington and they say they ain't in the car, they lying, they not from Arlington. If they don't like motors and all this type of shit, they ain't really from Arlington. They probably just moved here. They ain't from here. Everybody that's from here is straight Motor City niggas. We love cars and motors and shit. Loud pipes, exhaust, we love all that shit. Working on cars, fixing on cars, driving, we love cars. Putting beat in cars. We car dudes in our city. Big time. Hey, what's happening? What's good, y'all? Chat. I gotta let my phone cool down and shit. Streaming live. Congratulations for what? I'm not in the position I want to be. Shit. I don't need congratulations. Oh, let my phone cool down. This bitch hot. This is my shop. I ain't got no furniture for sale right now. I sold it all. This is where I get all my shit off Marketplace. This is where I store it at. get on this bread. I need my. I need to get another phone. If I had another phone, I'd like speeding them and just stream all motherfucking day. Just stream 24 hours and shit. I might need to go get my son's phone. He don't even use it. If I call him right now, he don't even answer the phone. I'm gonna apprehend his phone. I'm saying, that's what I need to do. I need to get another phone. Cause then that way, I got another phone, but it's an Android. I'm gonna have to turn that bitch on. Turn the other phone on. Where you put the money at, bro? Where's the money, bro? I'm only gonna ask this one more time. Hey, did you know cologne is well boo-boo? That cologne smell, that's well boo-boo. That's why I can't wear cologne no more. Cause now every time I smell cologne, I think that I associate the smell now with well, even though the smell don't smell like the traditional boo-boo, my mind associates it with boo-boo smell now. So anytime I smell cologne, I start getting sick at the stomach. Let me see if I can put this bitch on. I finna get off here right here. I'm gonna come back in a minute.